weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Atlanta Falcons. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Come on. Hey! 18 Cardinals.
Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Ferguson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Looking to throw on second down. Ferguson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. First down, well done. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Falcons at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
To throw on second down, Ferguson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Ferguson working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Touchdown, Falcons! Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Play fake. Murray. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Open man, here's Benson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that will be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. $14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Benson. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on his first 2 carries of the ballgame. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Barons have got it back to within a score.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On second down, it's Benson, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Go.
On 3rd down, it's Benson, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Benson, and a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here we go on 4th down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Barons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, we'll see if they can regroup and get going again.
Throwing on first down. Ferguson forced out to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. This is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give them a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Omaha.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Now a give right side. Benson, and a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw is Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Murray going to fire one out wide. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket, and boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Barons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. From the 10.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ferguson. Open man downfield is Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw. Ferguson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back to throw again. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, set. 18, Pioneer.
On 4th down, Ferguson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Well, we talked over time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Come on. Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun, Ferguson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Benson. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 21.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Murray. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On play action, it's Murray. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Murray now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Barons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run on first down. Benson. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Barons look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ferguson. He'll let this fly deep for Quinn. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Ferguson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 1st down, Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Play fake, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, he finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ballgame. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Back to throw it. Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.